Welcome back, everybody, to the 2023 Derby City Classic One Pocket Division. This is round 9 and a special treat for you. We have Evan Lunda and Corey Duel. This is an elimination match. Both players have a loss. Somebody's got to go. Corey Duel wins the lag. Both players have to be playing good in this position. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer, and I'm excited to bring this match to you. I really am excited to bring this match to you because I know Evan Lunda has been playing a lot of pool. Probably not given the credit he deserves as far as his one pocket game goes, but amongst the one pocket aficionados, he is up there with the top players. Corey Deuel to break. He's a household name and obviously one of the most talented and creative players to ever play the game, and that's in all games of pool. Breaks the balls. I feel like they didn't spread the way he needed them to. Evan immediately looking at the 6 off the 9. I don't think he'll go there. Evan, a very creative player, a real slick mover. Moves very good. He's from Detroit. I continue to look at the 12. It's an easy, basic escape. That's what he's going to go to, but you want to protect the 13 unless you come all the way down, and that's what he's elected to do. He's done fine with it. He's done excellent with it. He's also kind of controlled the speed on the 12. This is the only angle I have, and Corey can see the 12. You've got to really be careful of the cue ball here because the 6 does play in Evan's pocket. He's hit it clean. Needs it to carry. Yes, he has hit it about as clean as you could hit it. I don't think he even wanted that ball to go, even though he could play the 8. Okay, maybe he wanted to go in the sense that if Evan comes with some type of a carom on the 6, I don't know that Evan can get to the ball in Corey's pocket. Just kind of surveying what is available here. He's looking at the rail first option. Problem is he might have to catch that 15 a little thick, or the stripe in Corey's pocket a little thick. And if so, he's going to catch the 3 thinly. Could sell the 13 out. This angle is tough, but it's better than nothing. We are getting some great stream matches. So he must be able to go rail first here. Oh, he's hit it with a big speed. So he was trying to make it and go into the 3 with a pace and maybe make the 3 there. I'm a little surprised if he was able to go rail first there that he didn't hit that easy. Just ensuring that he made the ball for Corey. Live to fight another day. He actually ripped the ball out. Unless that's what he was playing. Could have been playing to rip it out and send it his way as well. Corey Deuel off to the races in game number 1. It's going to be a tough reach right here. Notice the cloth on Corey's shaft. It's a slip, like a slip ring. It slips up and down the shaft. Corey's been playing with that for quite a while. Some people use powder, some people use gloves. Corey uses that slip ring. He is great with the bridge. He's going to be just fine there. Now he's got options. He can come for the 11. I don't know if the angle presents enough to kill all the way back to the 7. Just carry your angle on the 11 to drop down. Could come 3 rails as well if he'd like. It all depends on how he feels. And he's come 3 rails. Just don't get too steep. Well, he's definitely gotten too steep and too far. This is the only problem with coming 3 rails, is judging that speed. It's very questionable at times. You can easily overhit it, and that's what Corey's done. Whereas coming 1 rail out, you're going to guarantee that you get another shot. So I'd say that's a pretty big error for Corey Deuel early in game number 1. Evan Lunda will take it. And these balls now kind of favor Lunda. Evan looking to kick at the 9. I mean, he could clip the bottom of the 3 and put him behind the 2-5, 12-7. Real thin hit, but he can do it. He could take a foul into the back of those balls if he had to. He's looking to kick these balls. Wow. I felt that was really risky, but he felt good about it. He's the one at the table, right? He's the one in round 9. Caught the thin side of that 9, but he did get the 3 down. He's playing for 7. It's a tough ask getting to this 13. He's going to get the bridge out. He's going to stay aggressive. Going to have to get the bridge out of the way here. That cue ball is going to come off kind of hot. A little awkward, to say the least. Evan stepping away for a quick second. Might be grabbing another tool, and he is. He's grabbing his extension. Probably pretty smart. Seems like he's got a long reach here. Really got to focus on the edge of this 13 here. Ideally, if he could come into the 4, that's the dream. Okay, he played it smart. I think that's a very good play there. He played it real smart. I was wondering if he would do that. If you go at that ball to make it and miss it, you could sell the game out with just a center ball. Corey Deuel in a bit of a pickle here. Corey, a master, a absolute master at finding caroms and balls off the stack. Is he going at the 8? Yeah, that's not going to do it. Unless he got buttered up right there, I don't believe that's going to do it. If Evan can see the 15, he'll manufacture an angle with the cue ball to get it up and out of the way. Play this combination. The 2 must have gotten close. Yeah, it definitely has to be close for Evan to be taking this much time looking at it. I think he can get to it, but he's got to hit the 15 a little thicker. Yeah, he's played the cue ball again. He would have liked to have put it down. Does the 11 bank? If the 11 does bank, we might not be surprised to see Corey go at it. Otherwise, is he looking at kicking 13 in? I don't think the 6 banks. I think the 14's got him hampered. And I don't know if the 11 banks to where the angle is he can go forward and get on the 14. The cue ball might be going towards the 7. Is he going to just stop here? Wants it to get down. Tells you how bad of a spot he was in. Evan Lunda might go at this 8-5, ripping the 11 at the same time. This lays pretty good. I'll be surprised if he doesn't shoot at that. Or is the cross available on the 11? Only problem with the 8-5, he might have to cut the 8 real thin. Therefore, you'd have to hit it with some pace. But it looks to me like it lays good. He might have to go back to his extension if he decides to shoot it. He might be able to throw this 11 down. I don't think the kiss is a factor. Yeah, he's thrown it down well. He's lost the cue ball and got unfortunate it didn't scratch. We are playing on 4.25-inch pockets this year at the Derby City Classic, so they are a lot more snug. As you can see there, new cloth. Last year, that cue ball would have been in the drink. Can he see the ball in front of the hole? I don't know if the 9's got him or not. If the 9 does have him, he could roll the 9 towards those balls and stack him. Can also play the 8-5. Just don't want to leave a return bank for Corey Duel playing the 8-5, so you need to be careful.
All right, I'm fixing to do the 9-ball mini tournament players meeting. If you want to come over here to the side of the desk, 9-ball mini tournament player meeting.
He tried to stack him.
Right now.
Yeah, as you see with his cue. Does Corey have a cross corner? Kind of one of those tricky cross corners, moving the 9 down at the same time so he can avoid the kisses. It's tight. It's very tight. I think he can do it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not at the table. This is the only angle I'm working with here. He's definitely going to study this. You feel like if he thinks he can cross that ball that's above the 9, he will. I don't know that he can get to the 9 any other way or that other stripe. He's looking at the stack. He's got such an imagination. He finds things that most would never dream of. And when they go, he looks like a superstar. But when they don't, he doesn't. Can he even get to that stripe to cross it. If he can't, he's in a really, really bad position here. What about kicking one rail to the 9? To the bottom side of it? Can you make that ball? And push the 9 out of the way. Well, he did what we call fram. He took a fram at him, and he lost. Therefore, Lunda going to have ball in hand. Corey going back a ball. And now this is all in Evan Lunda's court. What does he elect to shoot first? He's going to the 12. Doesn't want to get flat on this 6. I think he's got angle. Get his extension out. I don't know if he has to punch out here or if he can punch forward 2 rails behind the 15 and 8. That's ideal. Might just have to come out here and take the 14. No, I think he can go forward. Oh, yeah. He actually had a lot more angle than I thought. He had enough angle if he just stuns it a little bit. Then he comes to the wide side. Has plenty of room to get on the 8 and 15. Instead, he falls a little bit short, catching the bottom of the 15. Now he's got to go into the 8. He's going to elect to play the 11, and I don't blame him. If he hits it with the right speed. Playing for 4. I think he's overcut that. No, it's come up nicely. That gives you an idea. We are in round 9, so the cloth has been played on quite a bit, but it gives you an idea of how these pockets are playing. He hit that ball at a really good speed. You would expect that pocket to take the ball, and it still held up. The 5 went, the 8 went, the 15 went. I mean, it was pretty much curtains. If that ball drops, does Corey Deuel take a chance at crossing this 8 or 15? Oh, geez. He ripped at it. Didn't get there. I can't fault him for shooting it. He seemed a little bit wild on the shot. Might have looked at the 15 instead of the 8. The 15 was a little closer to the cue ball. Might have been a little easier to control. Neither here nor there. Lunda looking to get to the 15 now. Wants to get off the rail. The 7 does play. Playing for 3. It's going to be okay. He's acting like he's snookered. He's playing for 2. I don't believe he got snookered there. Boy, he really is acting like he got snookered. It looked like it stopped just in time. But if it didn't, wow, he did get snookered. He's coming to the edge of the 14. That's pretty chilly, cold-blooded, but he did hit it pretty firm. Did he catch the 14 there? Does Corey have an opportunity to back cut this 14 and send the cue ball one rail towards the 4? Open everything up and steal the game like a thief in the night. Well, it sounded good, although it didn't turn out the way it wanted. I actually believe he decelerated, and I think he's better off leveling out on that cut versus elevating. Evan Lunda needing 2. He's not going to get snookered on this 7 ball, but he's come up short. He might be forced to cross this ball now. And I feel like both of these guys could be a fraction tired. It's the most grueling pool tournament on planet Earth. He is going to get that one down, and he is going to take game number 1 in this race to 3, and it's going to be his break. So that was a very big game. This video is brought to you in cooperation with Bad Boys Billiard Productions. Thank you so much to Hustling Clothing USA, JB Custom Cases, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, and Lipman Lights. Thank you guys so much for your cooperation. Yeah, so that was a very, very big game for Evan Lunda. He cracked Corey Deuel's break. If he can steal this game or knock this game down, he's got a 2-0 lead. It is re-rack if you make one on the break. He did not make the 3. And the balls have ended up pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how Corey responds to that last game. They're in a deep part of this tournament, so every ball obviously matters. Can't get frustrated this late in the game as far as this tournament's concerned. He's looking to move the 2 to his side and use the stack. He didn't get the cue ball where he wanted it, that's for certain. If he sticks him on the 9, Evan doesn't have this opportunity. I don't know that Evan can cross at this ball, but he can certainly kick at it with a good cue ball. Oh, he caught it real heavy. Is he going to get there? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Corey can get to the 2. At very minimum, he can get to the bottom of it, but it looks like he can bank it with no problems. So he's going to get that down, isn't he? Yes, he is. I was wondering if he wanted to play the 2 into the bottom of the 11 and sweep the 3 out at the same time there, but he went ahead and took the 2. I can't blame him. Good control there. Keep him covered up. Little moves like this don't seem very big, but they aren't very bad. Well, he didn't want to tie the 6 up. I don't know that he did. The 6 might have gotten wired up, but what he has done is open the 4 up as well. Corey quickly going to, is he going to the 11? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. If you catch the wrong side of it, it could be detrimental. And I think it's going to prove real costly here, especially if the 6 is wired up to Evan's pocket. Evan's going to bank at this 15, and he's great at twisting this bank with control. Unless the angle is fooling me. He's going to kill it with an inside English here. He's so good at that bank. Man, he is so good at that bank. What a hit. Does the 6 play? I think the 6 is aimed to the short side just a fraction. He might have to cut the 13, and that looks like what he has to do. He can come around. This needs to be judged correctly, the combination. Looking at the 8-11 combination, basically what he's getting at there is if he doesn't get it hard enough or get the cue ball high enough, does the 1 go? I feel like the 1 goes. One thing Evan does do, he takes a lot of time, makes sure he knows exactly what he's going to do before he does it. This takes an accurate hit. Oh, he's hit it well, really well, and he's gotten up to the 5, I believe. Yeah, I think he's gotten very nice on the 5. Now he can come over and out. Just has to avoid the 13. Might just be able to come back between the blue 2 and the 4. Or the angle could be proving me wrong and he's straight in on the 2. He could punch up. I thought he was a lot steeper than that. I believe he can draw this above the 3. In between the side pocket and the 3 ball. Or is he going to go around? Yeah, the angle, and I apologize, is very, very misleading at times. Lunda playing for 4. Going into the 2 now, drawing off the 9. I like it. Well, he didn't have that steep of an angle, so the 1 does pass. He bluffed me earlier. I thought he had to play the 8-11 combination. Does he go to that next, or can he come to the 4? Playing for 3. Yeah, he's going to the combination. He's a little steeper than he wanted to be. I think he can hold for the 4. It's a touchy stroke. Or do you just come up to the 3? I'd like to be able to come up to the 4 if I was him. Oh, he's hit it really well. So quickly, real quickly, Evan Lunda looks like he's going to take game number 2 in this race to 3. Corey Deuel won the lag. He will be breaking next, but he's going to be down 2-0 immediately. We can see why Evan Lunda is in round number 9. Yeah, and so these are the stream-sponsored tournaments, and this is what the tournament is sponsored by. Diamond Billiard Products, Ian Simonis, Aramith Billiard Balls, the best balls on the planet, Outsville AccuRack, AccuStats Video Productions, and Pat Fleming, Masters Chalk, some of the best chalk that's been around forever. Thank you, guys. Corey Deuel all the way out in the center. He's not getting a lot of action off of the object balls, so I'm a little surprised. He's known for breaking balls well in every discipline. 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball. As most of us know, he is one of the ones that have forced stipulations in breaks because he's such a master at figuring out the rack. So I'm quite surprised 2 games in a row he's broke the balls and they haven't done much as far as open up. Is Evan looking at the cross on the 6? Can he avoid the cue ball and bring it maybe towards the stack? Or is he looking to play the 8-6, 6 off the bottom of the stack with some speed? Oh, he got a good kiss off the 8. He opened the 3 up to his side. The 4 is also now on his side. Ball's still favored Duel. He's in a bit of a spot here. He's got to be careful going up or anywhere towards the side pocket nearest us. He'll leave Lunda some type of powerful bank. Could clip the 8, come up towards this corner where the chalk is, the lower right-hand side. I think that's okay. What does the 11 and 1 look like to Lunda's pocket? Is that available? If Duel puts him in the lower right corner. So you've got to guard against that as well. Yeah, I can't fault him there. Passive, but he had to guard against so much that Evan could do back to him. Evan going to come off the 15. Does he hit it heavy with a lot of right and come 2 rails into the 6 and 7? Or even better, between the 14 and 7 and really bury Corey? Or does he have something better? Do you want to hit the 15 thinner? Keep it close to your pocket. Is he 2-railing this? He is 2-railing this. He's overdrawn it. I think he was asking a bit much there. Well, I'm almost positive he was asking a bit much there. You're asking for a lot to control both balls at that speed. Corey Duel with a slight gift in game number 3. Can he take advantage? A little weak with the stroke there. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that angle was off in his defense. 13 must play. Does he have an angle to go into the 10 and open the 14 up here? Or does he have to come back? Yeah, he's got to come back. This 2 is no hanger. Can he miss the 9? If he can miss the 9, it's definitely a shot he's got to shoot. Carries position. He didn't miss the 9, and that's what I was talking about. He did make the ball, though, and that's very important. But it's going to slow him down. Playing for 4. Nothing is jumping out at me. I don't think the cross goes on the 15. He's not going to be thrilled with it, but he did get the ball down. I know it looked easier than it was on our screen. He's just going to play this 2 rails to his side. Oh, I like that better. Very creative. Yeah, he's got to be careful here. If he moves the 1, Corey will manufacture some type of a combination bank on the 5. So he might want to stay low here. And that's what he's done. I wouldn't be surprised, even with a 4-0 ball lead, that Corey banks the 9 here. Notice Corey taking a bit more time. Definitely can't fault him for shooting that. He wants full contact with the 8. Can Lunda cross the 8, moving the 15 out of the way? Or is the cue ball going to catch the kiss because of the 15? Or is the 4 blocking that? Tough to tell. You get the sense that Evan wants to get aggressive. You can't blame him. You've got to change something in this match. I don't know what there is to be aggressive with. But Evan's very creative. Is he going to try and do something? Okay. I think he's going to 2-rail the 8 or the 15 out and maybe open the balls up. Oh, he's got a fortunate kiss there. That could have turned out very bad. Yeah, he was trying to 2-rail that ball into the stripe nearest the 5. Note the 5 going off the 1 to his pocket. So he had bad intentions. Corey looking at the 8. I don't know that it's the right time to do that. What else do you have? You've got a 4-0 ball lead. Where do you put the cue ball banking the 8? Might be able to stun it behind the 15, but I feel like you could give up the game if it's mishit. Might just have to stop on the 9. Play the 9 up into the balls. Start getting them up table. It's your time to grind. You're down 2-0 in this match. You don't want to give it away. You've come this far. You're in round 9. Oh, he's very fortunate the 9 caught that point. If it doesn't, Lunda's got a cross corner on it. And probably off to the races. Can Evan play the 5 off the 9, off the 1? Some type of combination. As I alluded to earlier, I don't think Corey would have played that kick if that was available. I believe Lunda just walked off. He might go have dinner. I don't blame him. I'm kind of hungry myself. I believe he's back. I wouldn't be surprised if Evan kicks and sticks this 9. In other words, kicking the 9 into the balls, trying to jiggle something open. The only problem is it poses a risk of leaving a cross corner for Corey, so it's a little risky. This is what I was talking about. Is that available? Did Corey kick at the 9 overlooking this combo carom? Or combo tiki? That surprises me. That really surprises me. Even if Evan doesn't make this, Corey gave him this opportunity, and I think that's an error. He might even be playing it. Okay, so Corey knew it. Corey knew it wasn't available. It wasn't even close to available. The 5 went way low. Corey actually, I think, baited him into that and expected something a little better. Evan did play good cue ball in his defense. Corey going to go up table here. He's got a lot of coverage. Everything is doubled up. He's hit it real nicely, too. Think he can roll it to 4? Or does the cue ball go into the 5? Can he roll at the 11? But the problem is the cue ball goes to the 14. He's committed to it, hit it with conviction and confidence. Corey Deuel playing for 2. And to get back in this match. He's going to get those 2. Well, we've got a game here, folks. Evan Lunda will be breaking these balls. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer, doing the best I can with the tools I've got. Hope you're enjoying this. Do us a favor. Like and subscribe. Railbirds TV on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Coming to you with the greatest content. Thank you so much. In my opinion, both of these guys have played a pretty clean match. You can tell they're both playing well. You're going to have errors this late in the game. These guys are tired. Prior to the 1 pocket, you had bank pool. You've got to assume both of these guys went decently deep in the bank pool. But the Derby City is all about attrition. It's all about lasting longer than the other guy, preserving your energy. Feast or famine. Evan has repeatedly broken the balls well. Let's see if I can jinx him there. Commentator jinx. Yeah, kind of. Not terrible, not devastating either. And immediately I look at the 11. Corey loves to carom that ball in. He could send the 11 2 rails into the pile and open everything up. Yeah, and he's shooting it. Watch the 13. Keep your eye on the 11 as well. 2 railed the balls into the pile. Did he get a cut on the 2? Just a fraction harder. He's so good at playing that shot. It's almost like a hanger. Let's take another look at it. 13 straight in the heart, but he's playing the 11 2 rails into the pile to open something up and get another shot. Note his hand coming up. He wasn't thrilled with it. He knows another couple rotations, this 2 becomes easier, but he's going to take it on because the reward is big. He's hit it well. He's got to clear the 4. Now he's got choices. Not a lot of choices, but he's got choices. You can take a chance and shoot the 7, depending on how you feel. Gets you the rest of these balls. He's not feeling too bad, is he? He's falling on a good angle as well. He's playing for 5. Can you force follow into the 9 and 1? That's what he's looking at with the path of the cue ball here. You don't want to let up on this. Oh, he's hit it great. He's hit it great. Playing for 4, and there they are. Big turn of events here. Corey Deuel taking that last game and stealing this game from Evan's break. I think you just draw back a little here, right? Well, if he had that angle, he could have come back to the 12. A little surprised at that. Now he's got to go into the 1. Yeah, I don't mind him going to the 14 first here. I think that's a better choice. Come up to the 6. And now he's gotten straight. One poor position play leads to the next, which could lead to a miss, they say. But he's playing for 1. I'd count him as a pretty heavy favorite to put this down. Might have to hit it with a little pace, though. If the cue ball gets one more rotation, he could roll this. Yeah. One poor position play leads to another, leads to a miss, and that's what we have. In his defense, it wasn't a hanger. He wasn't straight in. Does Lunda have the cross corner? Can he miss the kiss? It's very tight. But if anybody can do it, he and Tony Chohan are probably the greatest at these little tight cross corners. Oh, he's overturned the ball. That was possibly due to knowing he needed to miss the kiss. Does the 3 bank? If it does, Corey's going to shoot it. He's probably going to go forward just a fraction. Or all the way. And he's going to get it down, and he is going to win this game. It's going to be knotted up. And Corey Deuel is now breaking the balls hill. Wow, we have a match, folks, that quick, when it all looked like Lunda in control. This is where I go back to saying whoever wins the lag in a race to 3 becomes a heavy favorite. Because if the match goes hill to hill, that guy's breaking balls. Let's see if Corey makes an adjustment on the break. I have not been impressed with his break the last 2 times. And typically he breaks the balls very well. He's on the same side. Boy, is there any way we can get a replay there? I wonder if I can get a replay. I want to know if he caught the second ball there or played the second ball there. Let's take a look at that. No, he just clipped the 10. Look at that. That's a great action. He just clipped the 10 a lot thinner, so he went into the second ball much heavier than you're supposed to. So I wonder if he played that more on the safe route. It's something different I might have to mess with at home. But let's get back to this match. So Lunda faced with a couple of challenges. Can he play the 3 into the 14, opening the balls up and send the cue ball up in the corner. It's all cue ball here. This is all focused on the cue ball. He's done pretty darn good. It's all cue ball there, and note where the 5 is. It's actually gotten in a position that makes it tough to cross. Corey going to take a quick look at the stack. The 2 might be impeding the 4. The 4 might actually play off the 7, but it's not going to with the 2 there, I don't believe. But if anybody can figure it out, as I've alluded, it's Corey Deuel. But do you want to risk the game finding something in the stack that you're not certain is going to go? Not only do you want to risk the game, but do you want to risk the match and your future in this 23 Derby City One Pocket Classic? I don't think so. Can you just bunt the 5, 2 railing it towards the 6 and 2? Or can you kick at just soft kick at the back of the 5? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. He's going to take his time and make sure what he does is the right shot. I definitely don't see anything wrong with soft kicking into the back of the 5, going to the bottom rail first. I think that's what he's looking at. Just want to make a good hit. Oh, he's going into the 5. He tried to cross it. He's gotten away with it. I alluded to that early. Very tough to cross that ball. It required a very, very thin hit. That's where the angle can completely fool you. I couldn't tell. It looked to me like he was going to the bottom rail, and in all reality, he was going to the 5. I apologize there. Just impossible to tell. Evan can chip off the bottom of this 15 and go over there beyond the 6. But really a pretty fortunate roll for Corey Deuel to end up welded to the 12 like that, keeping Evan off the 2. Notice the 5 and 3 towards Corey's pocket. Could have come out a much, much worse position than it did. Evan could kick or take a foul to the backside of the stripe there. I don't hate it. If you cut Corey off from being able to swerve off that ball and get behind the 12 or the 15 and 9, I don't hate it. But I think he can. And he has, so I don't know that it was worth a ball there. You've got to wonder, is it time to stop on the 6 and try and shove some balls up table? Or do you chance it and come off the 1 and try and put him back behind the 11? Or can you 3-rail this cue ball, playing the 1 into the balls? I don't know. Might be coming behind the 11 with speed. Oh, he's going to leave him parallel. Clever shot. Clever shot. He's aware of the way these balls lay. I like the shot a lot. Corey can do something with the 2, I think. But I don't think he can do much. So I was a big fan of that shot. Didn't look like it was anything special, but very effective. This ball's slowly becoming favored for Lunda. Got to be careful going up table here, in my opinion, with the 9 and 15. Are you forced to take a foul? Do you kick 2 rails below the 11 and put him back up behind the 9 and 15? He's going to the 10. He's going to play the cue ball 1 rail over. That's what he's done. Don't want to let him see the 2. If Evan can't see the heavy part of that 2, Corey's done quite well. He's even moved the 10 into a better position. But if Evan can see the heavy part of that 2, it might not be so good for Corey. He might be able to cross this ball with a heavy ball and a lot of inside English. Looks like he might have to swerve it just a hair. Yeah, and the thing he's worried about is catching the 11 with the 2. If you swerve it and the cue ball doesn't come back in time and you hit it too thin, the 2 will catch the 11 and you could potentially lose the match. I'll remind you, both players have a loss, so there is a lot at stake here. Master of the table points. Your banner on the ceiling in the rafters for eternity. Do you just go to the 6 here, lay the cue ball down, kind of bunt the 6 up and push some up table? Or is that too passive? Do you come off of the 6 and play the cue ball 2 rails into the back of the 3 and 2? Evan's definitely talented enough to make that hit.
Matthew Deck, you're up on table 8. Matthew Deck, table 8.
A bit surprised there. Note the path the cue ball was on. It was coming right at the 3 and 2. I'm a little surprised that he just tried to nudge him up behind the 11. Really tough to do in that situation. I think Corey can cross this 6 over at minimum. Might not be able to cross it to make it. If not, he's close to the 2. He can do something with that. He might be able to play it off the back of the 15 or the 12. I like the 6. If I'm Corey, I think the angle permits the cue ball coming up behind the 9 and 15. It's very containing. You're going to get it close. I think that 2 helps you if you just leave it there. I think it's, for some reason, I think it really helps. He's going to the 6. Yeah, this was pretty much a no-brainer, even though Lunda will probably kick at the 6.
Table 30, Lance Crispin and Curtis McQuiston. Curtis and Lance, table 30.
Corey not out of the woods yet. The 9 and 15 still looming, but it gives him the freedom in this next inning to probably do a little bit more damage.
Table 31, Adam Maloney and Christina Zlaveta.
Is Evan considering the rail first bank going to the 11? I don't think it lays right for that. I think he's just got to kick the 6. Yeah, and that's pretty much all he could do. Can't fault him there. Corey could bank at this too. He could bank at it with low left. He would get position on the 11 and 6, but he's going to leave the 3. It's kind of a do or die situation. Can he bank the 6? Come between the 11 and 10 and bring him over on the long rail, but the problem is there, Evan might get a shot on the 9. So kind of like I said, not out of the woods yet. Do you chip the 3? Put Evan up in this corner in the lower right side. Or chip the 14, even better. Is there a kick? I don't know. Can you kick to the top side of the 15? Catch the 9 to where it's free? I don't think so. Too much space between those balls. Yeah, I don't see what real good is going to happen kicking to the top side of the 15. The 12 will go that direction, but a lot of things will be moving. I don't know that you'll get a rail. I don't blame him for taking his time here. I don't blame either guy for taking their time at this point in the tournament. Been a great match so far. Is he kicking at the 2? Boy, I don't know. See, I thought the angle was a little shallow. That's why I thought he was kicking at the 2. I think he was trying to take a foul up in between the 9 and 15. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe he was trying to bunt the 15 into the balls and just keep Evan covered up on the 2. But this is a drastic mistake early. Didn't expect it. At minimum, Corey's going to lose his position. He's a little straight on this ball, meaning he's got to shorten it just a fraction. If he's going forward, he's got to hit it real thick. Okay, he's crossed it. Has he hit it too heavy? And he has. Very, very big roll for Duel right there that ball doesn't drop. Note the 6. Evan was going to bank the 6 and stick him on the 11. Corey was going to have major problems. I think Corey can pocket this 2 and go up into the 15 or the 9 here. Yeah, and that's okay. No broken bones there. Evan can come off the 15. Corey did break these balls. Lunda has won. Lunda showing a little frustration. He definitely wanted that 2 to drop. Do you take a little bit of a chance here and try and get him up under the 11 and 6? That's what he's struggling with now. He doesn't want to leave him on the bottom rail, but he doesn't also want to leave him by the chalk because he's afraid Corey might bank at the 12. So he's kind of in the middle here. What's happened? He must have moved 2 or more or touched the cue ball. I wonder if we can get a replay. Gonna try. He must have touched something. I don't know that it's going to be possible to get a replay. I think it was a couple minutes back. Fortunately for Evan, I don't think the spot ball goes, which is the 2. But Evan must have tickled the 7, which tickled the 13 as he was elevated. And this Corey got an issue with where the 2 is spotted, because that makes a huge difference in if it goes or not. It must be spotted correctly, obviously. Wow. We're going to get a look at this one more time. Was it the 3 and 5? Hard to tell, but they're at the table, and I trust them. So Corey takes a foul, and I can't blame him because of the position of the cue ball. And note the 2 off the 12, so now Lunda's got to be very careful not to foul again. Little drama late in this match. So notice Lunda's hand clear of the 5 and 3 now instead of over it. That must have been what he hit. His hand was blocking the movement from us. Another thing Evan might be worried about is coming off this 15 and tying the 9-15 up. I think you've just got to take your medicine here and leave him low somewhere prior to the chalk. I don't think you can do well. He's bridging funny here. And that's why Corey Deuel decided to take a foul. Pretty clever. Evan gonna be on 2 if he goes this route with the 2-rail kick, unless he plays to come into the bottom of something. But the problem with this is, does the 2 bank? If you don't get him sucked up under the 11 and 6, where do you go? Yeah, he is definitely awkward here. He's mid-air jacked up. Oh. I'm really surprised that he didn't just take his medicine, unless the 3 is wired, that he didn't put him on the bottom rail. But even if the 3 is wired, you put him on the bottom rail, I don't think Corey can get to the 5 to get to the 3. I'm a little surprised. He was really worried about something, and that's why he was trying to come around. But that's going to prove costly. I don't know that the 2 goes, but he can pick the 6 off. He can pick the 11 off. Is there a way to get into the balls? I don't think the 3 is wired. That's why I felt like Evan was okay just coming to the bottom rail. Obviously, the 10 and 15 available as well. Corey carrying an angle on the 11. Now even, playing for 8, both players. Lunda had 1 ball when he had the mishap. Wants to come above. He did. I believe he's also got an angle. That was hit nice. He can come to the 15 now. Or does he have the angle? No, he's coming to the 15. That's okay. Oh, he's decelerated big time. He's decelerated and let up on the stroke. I don't know if we can get a replay there, but you'll watch his Q-tip come up there. If you can get a replay on that stroke there, his Q-tip comes up right at the end. Take a look. No, he just decelerated. That's all he did. He stayed low on the ball. He just decelerated. Is he looking at the 7? And I still pose the question, does the blue 2 go even if you had ball in hand on it? Big shot here. Can Evan cut the 9? It's steep and close to the rail. Pretty good control there. Well, Evan can cross the 2. That does play. I can't tell at this angle if the 1 plays, but I don't think there's future with the cue ball. Maybe he can go forward, rolling the 1. I feel like he's got to shorten it up a bit. Not even entertaining the 9, and I really can't blame him. But I feel like maybe he could center ball chop that. Go back and forth. Can he bank the 1 to his side and just nudge him up on the 4 and 13?
Alright, table 7, Gary Gullett and Randy Coleman. Randy Coleman, Gary Gullett, table 7.
And that's what he's done. That's what he's done. What does the 5-3-7 look like? Corey can't get to them. Corey immediately looking at the 15, and the reason being is the positioning of the 9 and 1. Can you double Lunda up on those balls? The only concern there is that Lunda won't have too much problem going rail first. If he's up there where the cue's at, could go rail first on the 1. It's close enough to the hole. But a pretty fascinating hill game. These guys have given us a heck of a treat this match. I'm excited to be a part of it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Corey almost acting like he's going to take a foul. That would set him back another ball, so he would be at 1. Lunda has none. I feel like maybe the 15 is the shot. Because even if you force Lunda to play a rail first, is it guaranteed for position? Is he guaranteed to make the rail first? You could possibly trickle the 15 in off of the 7. And at least you're out of the trap. Do you gamble here? I don't know. I don't think there's anything this direction, Corey. But he's going to take a look at everything, and I can't blame him. He's obviously elevated over the 15, and he's got the 2, 12, 6 to contend with the bridge. You don't want to do the same thing Lunda did. So you better be careful. Taking a foul, I don't think does much good unless he can manipulate the 4 into a position to where he can go to the 5, 3, 7 next. If you take a foul just softly, Lunda gonna do the same thing. 3 foul rule is in effect. So let's see if he hits this with a little bit of a nudge speed. He's thinking about it. I don't blame him. Because Lunda's just going to put you right back there. Golden rule for you beginners. If your opponent's in a place that he doesn't like, put him right back there. If you have the ability to do so. A lot weighing in the balance of this match. Both players have a loss. Did he? Okay, he tried to nudge the 4 open, but he can get to the 5 with the 8 now. If the 5, 3, 7 is available. That's his thought process. Therefore, if Evan takes a foul, I believe it will be in behind the 4. That's the only way to cut Corey off from the triple combination or the quadruple combination. Evan trying to avoid a foul. And he did nudge him up behind the 4, but did he open the 4 up to get to the 5? He did not. Or did he? Or are you going to take another nudge at this 4, and Evan might be in trouble? Yes. And this is what I was talking about, right? Corey going to foul these balls to where they open up, and Evan can't avoid allowing Corey to get to the triple or quadruple combination. And that's what Corey was working for the whole time. How do you defend from that now? Can you squeeze him below the 4? Basic, yeah, very touchy. Can you squeeze him in between the 6 and 13? And I'm talking about taking a foul here, but it's extremely touchy. Corey Deuel will be on 2, by the way. Evan not taking a foul, just coming off mid-air again. He is not on two. Corey is. If he decides to leave him there, that tells me the combo isn't on, but I think he made a mistake. I think he tried to suck him below the 4 and wedge him. Corey on 2 fouls here. I think the 7 is wired. We're going to find out. Corey's slipper came. I am in shock. What just happened? He was on 2 fouls. Did the slipper come off, or did he just bump the ball? He must have bumped 2 or more, causing loss of game. Lunda will advance. Corey Deuel is out. Big drama late in round 9. I was honored to call this match. It's unfortunate somebody had to lose this one. I think they both played great, and I look forward to the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, I am your host, Scott Frost, and we'll talk to you soon.